What up, y'all? So I'm making this video for myself because I went through some shit the past couple months and I need to be honest and upfront about it. I want my future self to see this so I can remember it and it doesn't happen again. All right. So from August to March, I was in a mild weed-induced psychosis, big emphasis on the word mild. I switched from flower and more regular types of weed to concentrates and extracts because it was cheaper. And the scary thing about psychosis is that it's something that you don't really realize it until after it happens, until you become sober or you start to cut back. And I don't know if it's just like pattern recognition, but you can start to sort of just look back on it and see the way that you were acting and behaving. So that's what happened to me. I was just like, damn, I'm fucking tripping. And I only was able to notice this in April when I started to cut back. I was like, damn, bro, the past couple months, I was really tripping, mentally speaking. I wasn't hallucinating and seeing stuff that wasn't there. Big emphasis on mild. It was mostly mental. It was a mix of making my own edibles with these concentrates and smoking. But essentially, my head was in the clouds all day. I couldn't see reality for what it was. I was living more in my thoughts than I was in the real world right in front of me. And the thing is that when you're more high than you are sober, it just starts to become like the norm for you. It starts to become your reality and you just don't really notice it. Like that's what psychosis is. You just don't really notice it until you come out of it. I have a lot of experience with drugs and substances and how they affect me. So I knew for a fact and 100% that it was because I was using these high THC concentrates. It would have been less of an issue if I was on flower, but no, I was on these high THC concentrates that had very little CBD and terpenes. And what you need so you don't trip out is a balanced cannabinoid profile of terpenes and CBD. I didn't have any of that. THC without the balance can create paranoia, anxiety, and distorted thinking. I was just living in my head and creating these false narratives and identifying with them. I was paranoid about a lot of things and a lot of people. Some relationships were affected because I genuinely was not thinking clearly. The great news is that my life, it didn't fall apart like last time. I mean, it's just weed, but I'm doing phenomenal. I'm doing great. So for me, it just feels like I'm taking the training wheels off by cutting back on the weed I was using. That's really what it feels like. I made a ton of progress in my business and shit, man, my content has gotten a lot better. If you look at my first couple videos or my 30-day challenge I did 6 months ago, you compare it to now, night and day difference. So, hey, man, I'm glad that I went through what I did because at the end of the day, I'm still crushing it. I just know that I would have been able to do better or do a little more if I had a clear mind. But right now, I'm still focusing on adjusting to life without those cheap and easy dopamine hits that weed was giving me. I'm waiting for my brain to return to baseline. It's a process, but I'm thinking more clearly now than I have in months. My business is running smoother. I made the whole process more efficient, so I have more time for other things. And expect me to be dropping more YouTube videos because I got time for that. I can articulate myself better. I can speak better. I just wanted to make this video because I have to be honest with myself with what happened. And I got to make sure my future self can see this. so it doesn't happen again. And lastly, for those of you who I engaged with or stopped engaging with during that time period, it is what it is, man. It's a self-respect thing. It's not you, it's me. Peace out.